Hey everyone, this is Jeff of TAOFLEDERMAUS. Today we're going to be testing the American Guncraft 12 gauge shotgun pistol. For these tests we'll be using 8 36 caliber pellets or triple-aught buckshot. This is the maximum payload weight, 1¼ ounces recommended by the manufacturer. And what we want to find out is how effective this gun is for self-defense purposes. American Guncraft calls these a 12 gauge hand cannon, and you aren't going to get any arguments from me there. This model is their Desperado DXL. It's extremely intimidating looking, very well made, and heirloom quality. This features the nickel finish and the walnut grip and forend. This model has an 11-inch barrel and has a hefty weight of 4 pounds. You can also get this gun with the blued finish and the black rubber grips and save about $400 going that route. We'll be using this gun for most of our tests today, but we also want to do some comparative tests using their 6-inch model and see how this measures up with the 11-inch model. There's no doubt these are cool guns, but what is a big selling point is these are shipped directly to your door in most states. Even in the state of disarray, California, some of their biggest customers, in fact. Now, since they call this gun the hand cannon, we'll be using Grapeshot in these tests. Grapeshot is a type of old school cannon round where the individual balls were kind of packaged up into a canvas sack, and the idea was to make loading much quicker, as fast as loading a cannonball. Our Grapeshot is a little bit simpler, using a paper wrapper, and inside we have our 8 36 caliber lead balls. Each ball is about 68 grains. And I want to thank Wade Rush from Bubba Roundtree Outdoors for providing these beautiful powder-coated pellets to us. They look beautiful. They look good enough to eat. I want to eat one. I'm kidding. Don't eat lead, kids. Because these pellets are so large, they are stacked in rows of 2. And once we got 8 pellets in there, we sealed it up with glue and kind of pinched it off. Kind of looks like a milk carton. We'll be using these short, modern gas seals, normally used for smokeless loads. And then we attach these to the paper portion using a contact cement. Now, instead of black powder, we'll be using these white hots made by IMR. These are preformed charges or little pellets, and each one has the equivalency of 50 grains of black powder. Now, the only thing these things have going for them is it makes loading a little bit faster, a little more convenient. They're certainly not cheaper than using black powder, and they are just downright filthy. You have to clean your barrel every single shot. For most of our tests, we'll be using just one of these pellets, but we'll also see how they do using 2. That is the maximum charge recommended by the manufacturer. We drop in our preformed charge, followed by our Grapeshot round, and then we ram it home with the provided ramrod that comes with every gun. And what's nice about using the Grapeshot round is we don't need a overshot card to keep everything held in place. The next step is to put the gun in a half-cock position so we don't have an extended firing pin, and then finally, we install our 209 shotgun primers. Point the gun in a safe direction and snap it shut. The gun is now ready to fire. And leave it in that half-cocked position until you're ready to fire it.
What's up, guys? Back with Jeff from TAOFLEDERMAUS. Today we're going to be shooting these American Guncrafts, El Diablos, whatever they're calling them. Not
hand
quite,
cannon.
Yeah, not quite firearms.
Let's see how it does at 30 yards. Let's see. We got the 8 triple-aught buckshot loaded in there. 1 white hot pellet. We'll see if that's going to give us any velocity or anything like that. And we got a target set up at 30 yards. And see, do you think we'll hit it?
No.
Let's see what happens here. I'm ready. Well, what happened, Zach?
Well, oh my God, I can't believe we actually did decent with it. We got one in the 7 ring, we got one on the trump here, and we got one kind of here in the middle of nowhere, but we'll call that the warning shot, though it's a scatter shot. But, oh no, I'm fairly impressed. I mean,
30 yards, baby.
30 yards?
Yeah, I thought if we get one pellet on any of the cardboard, we'd be lucky. So that's pretty good. Let's move it in to like 20 yards now.
Oh.
You gotta select the right one. Okay, I'm ready. How could you do worse at 20 yards? What's wrong with you, Zach?
I think these things are just kind of luck of the draw about what it's going to do. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to these. I mean,
Okay, where are your hits?
I got one in the 5 ring on the small target. Got one on the shoulder, so I mean, maybe a broken collarbone. Hey, you know, it's hard to.
He'd irritate him, that's for sure.
You know, with that. One way up to the side, one kind of thigh region, we'll call it.
I guess that does count. The one down low, yeah. Right in the hip or something?
Yeah.
Okay, I like your optimism.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Like I said, these things are just kind of look at the draw. We're going to move it closer, see if anything changes.
Let's move it to 10 yards.
Oh, that's some good shit.
Okay, you did a little better that time, Zach.
Yeah, I'd consider that lethal, you know, depending on how the gel test is going to go in a little bit. But we got 7 shots on it. You guys can count them out here.
Well, you got to show them because...
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another Trump one. 6, 7. Then Jeff just brought something to my attention I didn't really think about. When I'm shooting these, I'm aiming down the bead, so if I'm shooting the right barrel, these are going to tend to go a little bit more to the right. If I'm using the left, they're going to tend to go a little bit more to the left. So
that kind of explains the 20-yard shot, I think. Why everything went to the left so drastically, or most of it.
But either way, I'd say that's still lethal shot, depending on how the gel test is going to go.
Okay, how far away are we this time, Zach?
We are 21 feet, 7 yards away.
Okay. And you say you're going to hip fire it.
I am hip firing this one just out as a concept, curiosity kind of thing.
Just like they do in the movies.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Oh, that was pretty good.
Okay, so far we got to get the 30-yard shot with the green tape. Then the 20-yard with the orange tape. And then the 10-yard with the blue tape, just so so I can keep track of this in my mind. Okay. Okay, so where are the new holes at?
So here we are at count 7 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, grouping's just kind of really random. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to the grouping. Again, though, I'd say for, you know, a home defense, store defense, whatever you want to call it, that's about the average distance of a hallway, just hip firing, just boom.
Yep.
It's empty, I promise. I'd say it's pretty good. Like I said, I'm really interested in the gel shot now, see how lethal these really are.
Yeah, are we going to have enough velocity to really do damage, or is it just going to be...
Is this just pissing off someone?
Injure them miserably, yeah. Okay, let's see what it does.
I've got to say I'm a little surprised by the, well, low velocity reading. 285 feet per second. That's there's airsoft guns that shoot faster than that. But I also looked at what's the average velocity of a slingshot, and those shoot at about 200 feet per second. So at least we're doing better than that. Each pellet weighs 68 grains, traveling at 285 feet per second. Gives us 12 foot-pounds energy, or 17 joules. How deadly is that? Well, we'll find out in a minute.
Okay, let's see what a single pellet, 6-inch barrel, micro hand cannon. Let's see what kind of velocity we get out of that. I'm ready.
293.
293.
Now we actually got similar velocity from the 6-inch model, so that was a surprise. It was slightly higher, but that was just one test too. Let's see how this groups at 10 yards now.
Okay, 10-yard shot.
Ready?
Yep.
I'm not. Okay.
Now we got a very widespread with the 6-inch model. Some of the pellets hit very low, others traveled way out there, 40, 50 yards. 8 pellets of triple-aught buckshot may not be the optimum load for the 6-inch model.
Okay, now we have 2 of the white hots in there, and again the 8 pellets of triple-aught buck. Let's see if we can get another reading.
Ready?
Yeah.
Woo. 667, geez.
667. Okay, that's a little better.
The 1 1/4 ounce payload definitely fared better using 2 of the white hot pellets, and that's equivalent to 100 grains of black powder. Now the gun is pretty comfortable to shoot using the 1 pellet, but when you get 2, the felt recoil is a lot more intense. What's really impressive is that our bullet energy is about 5.5 times that of using just 1 pellet. That's quite a gain. Now we wanted to get some chronograph readings using the 6-inch model with 2 pellets, but that was just failure after failure. Now using the 2 white hots, the end of the Grapeshot round was only about 2 inches from the end of the barrel. This really showed us that the 8 pellet triple-aught buck load just was not the right configuration for this 6-inch gun. Eventually we hit the Lexan shield that I put on the chronograph with a pellet dead center. So that pretty much ended the test. Luckily the chronograph survived.
You're not parallel. Get it lower.
Up on that so I can actually
There you go. Yeah, you have to get it that low.
No, that's good.
That'll work. That'll work. Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
The penetration using 1 white hot pellet was quite a bit better than we ever imagined. The pellets reached about 8 inches into the block before they sprung back. Now Zach was worried that they were just going to bounce off and hit him when they hit the block.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, we're going. Oh, much better. Much better.
Damn! Jeez! They went straight through to where the other ones are.
Using the 2 white hot pellets, the difference is like night and day. Look at this penetration. In fact, one of the pellets almost squeaked out the end of the block. What is holding that thing in there? Now, 8 triple-aught buckshot pellets may not be the optimal load for these guns. I mean, there's so many different options. You could put single-aught buck, double-aught buck. You could fill the thing with BBs. And if you could keep the payload weight to, let's say, 1 ounce, you'll be able to get the velocity even higher. But all in all, the 8 pellet buckshot load was pretty dang effective.
All right, what happened?
I shot it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. Roll the credit.
So with 1 pellet, we had roughly 6 inches of penetration. The ones coming in from the left.
Yeah.
The block is 16 inches, just to give you a perspective there.
Yeah, so 6 inches, about right here. This is the first one where it ends.
And 13, about 13.
The furthest one is right here.
Oh yeah, look at that. 15 inches on the furthest one. The other ones are around 12, 13 inches. So 2 pellets.
That more than doubled its velocity then. That's
Isn't that crazy? I didn't think it would make that much of a difference.
And you can actually see it caused some cavitation here too. It actually did do the ballistic gel effect a little bit.
Right, it sure did,
This
yeah.
one's, it's just a purely clean line. I hope this is translating well for your viewers.
Yeah.
Because from
looks
us,
pretty good.
it's clear as day here, but on there, I hope it really shows.
Yep. So I didn't, you know, with the 1 white hot, I thought we'd get about 7 inches, maybe halfway through the block, 8 inches. So that kind of let me down a little bit.
Yes.
Would I use, you gotta have to ask the question, would I use 1 pellet for home defense simply so you don't have risks of over penetration and all that? That's something, you know, I can't answer for you or nothing, but the 6 inches of penetration from the single pellet would probably disable someone pretty well. The 2 pellet one is going to take them down, drop them where they're standing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Very interesting. Yeah. Well, luckily, your aim was good. Thank you, Zach.
Yeah, I tried. Not hard, but I do try.
We appreciate it, man. We appreciate your help.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you can take the time to rate the video, thumb it up or thumb it down if you want. We really do appreciate that. Now, what did we learn? Well, the American Guncraft double barrel 12 gauge muzzle loading pistols are pretty viable self-defense weapons. They're definitely most effective at close range. There's still a very high probability of hitting your target at further ranges. And depending if you use 1 pellet or 2 pellets, the gun ranges from being very lethal to more or less lethal. Thank you for watching, and we will catch you on the next video. If you have any questions, please ask.
Dig the hipster.